Namaste. Welcome to the first edition of Anubhava, where we, IndicSense, a student club from IIITDM Kancheepuram, have heartfelt conversations with people who have made a profound impact on the Indic community. To begin the series, we have Srimati Sunitha Raghavan. She has been associated with us since the inception of our club. She has been a huge pillar of support and has greatly inspired us to give something back to the society.
Sunitha ma'am was born into a family passionate about music and began her vocal training at the age of 7. She studied under the guidance of Sangeeta Kala Acharya Shri A. Sundaresan and Sangeeta Kalanidhi Dr. S. Ramanathan, and also learnt to play the veena and violin. Her sister Sujata Srinivasan is a distinguished Bharatanatyam artist and a respected dance guru based in Cleveland, Ohio. From an early age, their parents nurtured their musical interests by regularly taking them to concerts, which allowed Sunitha to develop a refined appreciation for the performance of legendary artists. Music has been a vital part of their family, with the next generation comprising 4 trained classical performers in Carnatic vocal, Bharatanatyam and Mridangam. Sunitha ma'am's passion for music continued to flourish after her marriage to Raghavan, a research mathematician and Carnatic music enthusiast. Their shared love for music has created a joyful environment filled with learning and appreciation. Professionally, Sunitha ma'am spent a decade working at Bank of America.
She is actively involved with SPICMACAY, serving as a national executive and previously as a state coordinator for Tamil Nadu from 2021 to 2023. SPICMACAY, which stands for the Society for Promotion of Indian Classical Music and Culture Among Youth, is a nationwide initiative aimed at raising awareness of Indian heritage and encouraging young people to embrace its values. The organization brings classical arts to schools and colleges, allowing young minds to experience the enchantment of these traditions. It is a non-profit organization run purely by volunteers, following the concept of Nishkama Karma, which is selfless action.
Ma'am, so to start off, could you share what first sparked your interest in Indian art forms and culture? We'd love to hear about your earliest experiences with these traditions that deepened your appreciation and love for them.
Namaskaram, and thank you for inviting me to be a part of your first ever venture like this. I wish you both good luck and wish the club also a lot of good luck with such things. Please interview artists who are coming to your college and have those conversations also on this. So, I think you have mentioned a lot about me in the introduction. So just to add to that, as a child I was initiated into arts, being born in a family of Rasikas, and living in Chennai has made a big difference because we grew up listening to concerts. The other thing was listening to All India Radio, where we used to continuously listen to concerts. That was really part of growing up. And all the stalwarts who would perform, there would be lots of concerts in Chennai city. So growing up listening has been a huge impact when I was young. And later I have been a student of music from a young age. But honestly, all those things did not mean anything till I was maybe 17 or 18. And that's when actually when you start connecting the dots and start getting a deeper interest and understanding into the art forms, and you begin to think, okay, this is making some sense in my life, and it has then become a part of my life. I do not seriously have any other hobby. I mean, for example, I never watch movies or anything like that. So this has generally been a part of how my life has been going on.
We've known you for almost 4 years. Ever since we started our PTEX at IIIT, we've always known you. And the link between us has been SPICMACAY. So my question to you is, how did you get introduced? Did you get introduced to SPICMACAY? And what we've seen you work so passionately for this cause. We've seen you talk to our professors, our deans. We also seen you talk to people outside the institute, like encouraging them to start student chapters there, etc. So what motivates you to this cause, and how do you manage to do all this? especially considering that this is purely voluntary.
Okay. No, the voluntary thing actually aligns with the main motto of SPICMACAY, which enunciates this Nishkam Seva. So you work without expecting anything in return. And I can tell you from my experience of being with SPICMACAY that it is extremely fulfilling. And at the end of every concert, I really felt a high. Because there is always some student for whom it was new, someone who has never seen a classical art on stage. It has happened even in your college many times. Someone comes and really says a heartfelt thank you. I don't know them, they also don't know me, but they have somehow figured out that I have taken some trouble to bring this artist here and get this program going. So my own association with SPICMACAY is a slightly long story. When SPICMACAY Madras was started in the mid-80s, it was the first program was held in Loyola College. I was just into my first year of college, and the first program was performed by Pandit Jasraj. Till then we had only heard about Pandit Jasraj, but seeing him in person was a moving experience for me. But that was the SPICMACAY program, and then SPICMACAY came to all the colleges in Chennai, but I have not actually been in touch or volunteering with them at that time. So that just stopped. During COVID, when they were trying to have online programs and get to do programs in schools with recordings, or get people to join a Zoom link where we would telecast something or those things, that time my association really started picking up. And from my side, I would say, because I came from this family where culture was not new, I didn't have to learn anything actually. And I constantly had members in my family who are performing artists. So I actually know how a program works. So one day there was actually this call from SPICMACAY saying, tomorrow we have a program, can you please go volunteer? And there was no handover, no material, nothing. So I just walked in, I knew I could do it. There was nothing that was not known to me. I just picked up this artist, we went to the school, we performed. This was a government aided school, and then she had to set up a laptop and perform and try to engage them for that 1 hour, giving them an introduction to the art form. It was a little tough, and I also started seeing the point of what is happening now. So that was my first active association with SPICMACAY, and it was very nice to be a state coordinator for 2 years. That term is usually only for 2 years, and they don't extend the term or rotate you again, because we want to find newer and newer people who are going to contribute to the movement. So one very nice thing which we did during the pandemic was the series called Great Masters. So in that we took several artists who are not with us these days, but we did a view of their life using music, video, and the concept was that we get one of their sishyas who has actually learnt under that great master to come online and talk about them. So the program had 3 parts. So first, this sishya who had to be identified, and he had to have spent time with that guru. So for example, we had this very great music personality, Musuri Subramanya Iyer. So his disciple, Vidushi Srimati Suguna Varadachari.
I remember you had actually talked to us about it.
Right. So we invited her, and she spoke about her own guru, her experiences, how he would teach, how life was very tough. She even said a very, very moving point which she said was, when they stepped into the room where sir was there, they cannot even sit. Okay. He'll probably look at you after 15 minutes, oh, Vandir kya? Have you come to class? Okay. So you have to keep standing till he even looks at you. The guru very well knows that the students have come. But life used to be like that. So this was a wonderful sharing of all these great teachers today about their gurus. And in this particular episode, I also had the good fortune of going to Musri sir's house. I picked up a lot of material from the family. They were very generous to share, allow me to scan photographs. And we ran this YouTube video which was done by Aditya Rangan, the other volunteer with me. So he made a full video for 1 hour of Musuri's music in the background. We did not have too many videos, but of photos of he went here, he went there, he got this award, this is him teaching. So we were running all that below, and there was a lot of tech to all this, which I didn't know, and he was the main person doing all that. So this Great Masters was one very nice thing which we did during COVID. As a concept that has really contributed a huge, this was done about all the artists all over India. So we did Bala Saraswati, we did Musi Subramaniya, we did MS Amma, we did RK Srikantan. So, and listening to the people today talking about their gurus That was a nice experience, and we would have a school or college asking the questions online. So that involved the student, the Shishya, and we had a half an hour or 45-minute program of that guru.
Right.
So this is like a 360 degree of how my association with SPICMACAY has started. And one of my biggest success stories has, of course, been at IIIT, where I have seen it. First we were struggling with one concert, and then Dr. Kiran Seth, our founder, Padma Shri awardee and Professor Emeritus, he visited campus. From there, it has really taken off in a big way. And appreciating both of you and other students like you, who, whether you know music or whatever it is, that is a different thing. But coming together and the energy that the team has in this college, people wanting to organize, you running behind artists, however tough it is, we will do it. That kind of attitude is something that we are very proud of our IIIT team, and which is really, I'm saying it grew from nothing. Maybe the two of you first spoke to me, or maybe there were one or two more people, but today you have a big team, and I'm seeing the handover happening, which is also, that is very tough, and I think you're doing a very good job on that.
Thank you, ma'am. It wouldn't have been done without your support, obviously.
We have been purely fortunate to have such a good set of juniors.
Yes.
Amazing set of seniors also. So we've been fortunate.
So you must be seeing this as a way to bond, because whether they have music interest or not, when you join as a team, there is a whole set of non-homogeneous people. I mean, who are studying different things, who would otherwise probably never meet.
Ma'am, I think the common thing between all of us is culture. Everybody puts forward culture. Many have the knowledge, many have the interest, many have both, and that's how all of us come together. Obviously, some people are trained, they may not find time.
That's okay.
But the real passionate ones want to give in everything for it. And so many people, I know students in second year and third year who specifically said that I want to be like Sunitha ma'am. This is who's living life with her hobby. So I think
we've had such a wide, diverse set of people.
Visiting us. Yes,
like, across regions in India, across languages. The only thing holding us together is the sense of Indic consciousness. So we feel we have to do something. We have to build this culture of Bharatiyata in India at IIITDM.
Okay. So I think you should also tell some experience of yours that has, what you didn't expect at least. You have moved from somewhere to somewhere else over 3 years now. And you also came into college after COVID, right?
Yes,
I mean, there was, unfortunately, some part of your college life was actually lost. Yeah. Right. So some nice experience that you have had, or what keeps you to, holds the team together, or what is it that you want to pass on?
That is googly now. We are answering questions. But initially we had no clue what we were doing. We were young students right out of school, meeting. Especially, I remember, I think our second concert was Pandit Hariprasad Chaudhary. So meeting
must have been very humbling. Very humbling. Yeah.
Meeting someone like that, like you said, for just Pandit
Jasraj, yes.
Something I could seriously relate with that.
Right.
Because meeting him, until then we've only heard of his name. We've heard there is such a person who's contributed so much to flute, bansuri and so on.
Right.
And to meet him, that is one part. The other part is actually hosting a concert, which is by its own an experience.
Right.
So dealing with admin, with I'm sure Jayant knows quite a bit now.
Right. No. So I think in this process you also grow in a different way.
Yeah.
Right. So you know what hurdle life is. What will happen if I go to admin now with this problem? What is the solution?
Right.
So that makes you also. It is not only about culture. It is also about how you learn to keep a team together.
Right.
How you manage them. How you manage this event. And I think I'm seeing a huge change in the way events are managed, programs are managed now. I almost come only at the last minute like a guest, because you have really brought up that culture, everybody knows, and people have become sensitive now. They know if an artist comes, we better be careful. Let us be respectful. We don't know what might come out of it. We don't know what their expectation is. So everyone is alert, very willing to do what they want, bend and, So those things I think you carry that for life.
I think the best part is the amount of importance everybody is given. I think when I was in second year, the concert that Aravind mentioned, Pandit Hariprasad Chaurasiya, I had the opportunity to travel with Pandit Ravindra Yavagal to Kancheepuram, and we went to Vajraja Swami temple, Vajraja Swami Perumal temple and the Kamakshi Amman temple, and I kept bugging him for the 1.5 hours we went and back about how he feels about music, what is that turning point at a point that he loses consciousness and still continues playing and things like that. So to have close-up conversations with great people like that means so much. And from there to like Vikram Sampath in third year, and then like he was my idol for so long, ever since I was in 9th grade or something like that. You know that very well. And again, to the very latest Vidushi Vishaka Hari, to have, and it's just a blessing to have such great people come and for us to serve them. That in essence itself is a blessing. So
not only
that art forms like Tol Pavakuthi or Kaliripayat, even though I'm from Kerala, even I've not really had the opportunity to talk to these people. I just like attended their performances at Max, but to have a first-hand experience of how those puppets are made,
right,
and then how the Kaliripayat artists actually train for their
performances, right. No, so not only are we bringing the art form or the culture into the schools and colleges, we are also making the students understand the artists are very accessible people. So when they are an artist, it's different. When you are performing on stage, it comes with a great practice and a lineage and their dedication and commitment. But they do want to sit and eat with you, be with you on campus, and talk and laugh with you. They feel very young. And many artists have shared this with me, that every SPICMACAY program is a new audience. It's not that same old group of people who are coming to attend. They know I'm going to sing this, they are expecting that. It is not that, and every program is a challenge in a different way. It's not that we sing the toughest of items or this is not a place to show how great an artist we are, but rather how we can take the art to them, make it more accessible. And next time when there is a SPICMACAY concert, or that institution should ask, can we have another program? Can our students please listen to a different art form? So that is one of the main barriers that SPICMACAY has broken by taking things inside the institutions.
I think this realization is what actually gave us this idea of starting this interview process of
okay,
this is what gave us the idea to start this series Anubhava, where we interview these artists. We realized that when we talk to them, they're very easy to talk to.
Right, extremely accessible, yes.
And serving them and serving food, taking care of their needs around, I think that fructifies the Nishkama Seva that you mentioned initially.
Right, right. No, we definitely want to pass it on to the students, because the more inaccessible it is, the more they are afraid to come near.
Right.
Once you reduce the level of accessibility, not the level of the art form.
Obviously.
Once the accessibility becomes better, I mean, everyone, oh, can I speak to this artist like this? Is it true? That's how they feel.
Yes.
And the other very nice outcome, which I definitely want to share here, is how you people are now coming up as volunteers. So when I am not able to, I have the confidence to send you people and say, please put up the poster like this, take care of the artists, make sure that they are treated the correct way, and this program is a good experience for them. So the few programs that I try to send you people, I have got excellent feedback saying we didn't miss your presence, your volunteers are very good. So please, that is what we want to see, and that is how the movement is going to grow. We need more and more volunteers who are going to go out of college but still continue this service.
It's a win-win situation where we get to see great people, serve for them, work for them, and like the small work also gets done.
Right. That is also very nice.
Moving on. With many generational art forms facing a significant crisis, for example, Tol Pavakuthi, we had 13 generations, and this is the last generation that is taking forward the art form. Successors are lacking. To carry forward them, what steps do you believe could be taken to preserve these precious art forms? And if we may ask, how do you envision the future of many of these art forms? For Tol Pavakuthi, Kaliripayat, so many of them. What do you see? How do you think the future is going to be for these art forms? Are they going to stop, or because once upon a time these used to be the sources of entertainment in villages, temples on all these places. These artists used to go, and it was a livelihood, and they used to make their living out of it, and it was passed from generations to generations. But today, the entertainment may be so many different sources through TV, phone, laptop, gadgets, and people are not inclined as much as they used to be before to these sources as sources of entertainment. Even we are doing it because we want to promote culture in a certain manner over entertainment. So how do you see the future of these art forms with such an attitude in the society?
Okay, this generational succession may have come down, but I don't think there is any decline in the number of people taking to the art form. Only that the approach has changed. So now if you see, I'm seeing many serious youngsters, whether in the, say even in the 16 to 25 age group, when they have not decided whether I'm going to be a professional musician or not, but their art is very serious. So if you listen to the concerts of the youngsters, I am seeing that they are not there for time pass surely. They have taken it seriously. Maybe they are not at an extreme, very high professional level, which will come with age and experience if they continue to stay for that long. So this generation part, yes, unfortunately, because people have started going to, started being educated and leaving their villages, and so they have to give up those art forms. But in Nagaswaram, which has been a generational passing on thing, I am seeing that now there is one current generation where even the players are themselves, they have PhDs and they are professors in colleges, but they have not given up their children from playing. I recently read 2 weeks back, this 8-year-old kid played a whole kriti in a concert with his father. He could not even hold it, like, meaning I think it was a slightly small instrument, but that is amazing. So the musicians also are having the responsibility on their shoulders to see that this doesn't, scatter. That is one thing. And there are a whole lot of people who are professionals, they are chartered accountants or they have other tech jobs, or they are CEOs or vice presidents or whatever, but when they come to the art, they are practicing it very seriously, and when it comes on stage, they are on par with all the others who have taken it professionally. Because of the many changes that are happening today, professional musicians are compelled to have another profession. But that is not, I am not seeing that as a decline. And hopefully this tech and all is bringing it in a different way, but it is up to the people who are consuming it to be very aware of what they are seeing and what they should see. You have to sift the good from the bad and just stick to the classical music and classical genre and keep going on that rather than bringing it to the entertainment angle.
Carrying forward that point exactly. As people who started, saw the beginnings of this club where we started with 3-4 people at max. That you would know.
Yes.
So one of the most difficult things for us is to explain what our music, what our art form, etc. to a person who is completely unaware of this, who does not have any background in our culture, in our music due to their own circumstances. So how do you suggest we start with them? How do you suggest we approach them and convince them to try out? And so as we have some basic understanding of how these traditions contribute to spreading awareness. So how do we go forward with this challenge?
Okay, classical arts are always tough. That is the point that is given. That is point number one. It is not entertainment. You cannot sit there and feel entertained. So at the college level, it is even more tough because we cannot tell the dean that can you please tell the students if you show up there I will give you attendance. It's not like that. At least in schools what we can do, since they are much younger, they insist and put 300 students in a room and the students have to sit there till the program ends. But in colleges we just cannot do that, and that is not our intention also. So I would urge you, one is to create an awareness by having some introductory sessions or telling them what to expect. That is one thing. And each person who is a committed, interested attendant to the program can bring 1 or 2 friends, and by telling them today why don't you come and try it. It has to happen very slowly. That is not going to be easy at all. And once they come there, they should sit there and not step out. Many programs in your college I have seen, there are students who have said we have not seen anything like this. We don't even know that Carnatic music can be played on the flute, or someone will sit there and perform for 1.5 hours and it is something that can keep you engrossed. They don't even know that. So having people around us who don't even have that awareness is something maybe where society has failed.
True.
So instead of keeping the art more and more exclusive and to ourselves, we should open it out and try to bring in more people, which is going to be tough. The other way is to start at a younger age. That is why SPICMACAY is trying to make this school, making this penetration into schools a little better. So where we will have, so at least those students when they come to college, you have that much of students who are ready to take it forward. Correct, that has been built up. The other thing is for all parents, however ignorant they are of the classical arts, is to get the child out to learn one classical art form, however tough it is. You may be completely uninitiated as a parent, but unless you get that one kid out to some class, however difficult it is, that child need not become a performing artist. But for just to get an awareness, to get the patience to sit in front of a teacher, automatically the teacher is going to put some rules. You have to sit on the floor, you have to come at this time, you have to practice and repeat, and you have to follow some discipline. So all that will come automatically, but the parents have to keep at it. There's no other way. So once this kid becomes initiated, when the child of that kid, when he grows up and becomes a parent, it is going to be easier for him. I have seen many people like that who have come to me and said that, see, we are a family like this, especially when my children were in school. We don't know anything about culture, but I'm seeing a lot in your children. Can you please help us? I send them to a very simple and accessible teacher and tell them, please keep at it. Don't give up. From 7 years to 16 years, from 10 or 11 years until they hit that school monster of 10th standard, 11th standard, 12th standard. At least till then, if you keep the child at it, regularly go to a class, regularly take them to listen to that art form or an allied art form, that is where we are going to make a break. And with institutions like SPICMACAY, which can take it to the schools and make them listen and make them even aware that such a thing exists, that I think is basically a starting point. At the college level, you just have to keep nudging people. See, this is a very nice visual thing. This is puppetry. Why don't you come? And so once they come,
they do get engrossed in it, like the Tolpa, the shadow puppetry.
Yes, at least the next time they will stand in front of a poster that you have put and wonder what art form is this. Oh, here is a SPICMACAY program. What is it going to be? It's a very long process, but we should not give up.
For most, it's that first step inside is the challenge.
Yes, which is very tough. Right.
Once they get in, somehow they are engaged for one and a half hours.
Correct. I even had parents come to me of college students and say, see, he dropped music in 10th standard. But after this one SPICMACAY program, he has gone back to class on his own. He has resumed the music class. Whether it is online, whatever it is, in some way.
There have been students in our own club who had paused it for their 10th, 11th and 12th. And once they got back, they joined the club and they learned. Some have learned it from scratch.
After joining.
Right. See, so that's a huge thing, no? Yeah. And such a person will never give up. Exactly. Because they are already doing this at 18 or 19 and they have come in with an awareness. Yeah. Seeing that, yes, this is making a difference to me. Yeah. And we should not give up and keep plowing and get more and more people into the groove.
100%. Ma'am, to move on, as a coordinator, you have seen many concerts, you have gone for many of these events, seen multiple artists. Could you share some standout experiences that you had? Maybe that one moment which obviously every concert there's something, but some mesmerizing moments that you felt. Ever since you were in college in the 80s when you mentioned, till today, there have been so many you have seen, maybe one or two.
Right. No, the one thing about was seeing Jasraj was like, it was like seeing the god of music. Oh my God, it was amazing. The way they were sitting there, they were tuning the tambura and there was this big set of people next to him. He was not talking, his eyes were closed. He was trying to align with the Shruti. So there are so many things that happen before the concert starts. So that was a life turner even for me, to see something like that behind the stage. And after I took over this coordination, many artists have been very happy and even grateful at the end of every program. Thank you for bringing us to this institution. Whatever little we could, whatever we have managed to, message we have managed to send across, we are very happy to give back like this and be in the midst of students. It's innocent faces that we are seeing. It's not that they are not going to point, they also feel they are not being judged. This is not a place for that. And they stick to the framework but make it simple so that the students can understand what is happening. So artists have been extremely happy with every opportunity, And it has been enriching experience for them because every time the audience is new. I have had places where when Amrita Murali performed in a school in Trichy, there was this long queue of students. Everyone stood and shook hands with her. So she was spending half an hour, 45 minutes shaking hand with every kid. It was like feeling like a cricket star or a cinema star, or which we don't see for others. But this happened to her and she said, no Akka, I felt very nice. Because the students came, not about how they enjoyed the music, but they could see something in me. I had made some difference to them. I was very happy with that. So that is for the artists. And I have had students come up to me and say, completely strangers, thank you ma'am, we really enjoyed it today. And this something has happened to me after seeing this program. And when we have built up teams like yours, oh, that is really a joy and a moment of fulfillment, and you have taken care of everything. I don't have to tell anything. So you have really learnt what it is to take care of a SPICMACAY program, how to take care of the artists.
Always the back end of an event.
Yes, yes. And the other thing is when you people have gone out and volunteered, and I heard the only positive feedback from the artists, from the institution, and you people also came back and said it was such a joy to do this today, which I think you also didn't expect. So you expected to face some hurdles, maybe set up, we don't know how it will go. But it was turned out to be a very nice experience for you people also. So generally these are the standout moments that have happened, and it is very touching when some kid comes up and says, I really liked what I saw today. So those are the one people like Dr. Seth would say, we are helping them to reach their inner Mount Everest. So that is the mission on which we are moving.
As last 3-4 years, we've hosted a lot of events. It's been based on martial arts, it's been on classical music, it's on folk art. They've been weaving sessions, etc. So beyond this, beyond just hosting these events, how do you think like SPICMACAY student chapters can better contribute to the larger movement?
Outreach. So bring students from the nearby government schools or any place where that school cannot definitely do a program like this. For lack of funds, for lack of space, for lack of facilities, or maybe the school is not willing to
break the barrier.
Whatever, exactly. So if you just say nothing, you just send them for 3 hours, we'll bring them back. So outreach is one very good way in which you people can contribute. Then you can contribute by, like I said, volunteering, growing up as volunteers.
Grooming volunteers from within the chapter.
Yeah, within the chapter and wherever you are, because we are there all over India. You can be working anywhere, your life can be anywhere, but search out the SPICMACAY chapter and go there and make that small difference, because having one volunteer makes a difference to us. That I can really tell you.
And it means so much to the individual also. Like Vikram Sampath has been an alumni of SPICMACAY, so great individuals have come out of it.
Right. So that makes a difference to the movement. If you can do those 2 programs in a year. If I have 10 volunteers like that, I have done 20 programs that year. 20 programs more. They are all new. Every reach out is new, and so you have brought in that many more institutions into the fold. So that is one way. And in your own institution, you can do heritage walks, or you can have talks which will maybe open up the platform to students where they can ask more questions or understand, oh my God, all these days I have not been aware of this. Why don't I do this? These are some of the ways. What do you think you can do? Anything that you have?
Ma'am, I think when we get artists to our institute to perform, many students wouldn't want to attend the concert for 1.5 hours or 2 hours, but they'll be more than interested to know what the artist has to say. They're very curious on what's the backdrop of the artist and what pushed the artist
to become a professional.
Professional, and how is he sustaining this field for so long. So I think more interactive sessions from within our chapter, when the artist comes to our college, many students can come and interact. That would help a lot.
Okay.
So the effort with when we had the weaving sessions, Dr. Sachidananda sir, so that helped.
So when they got to interact with the artists,
especially a lot of students from the design department, they had spoken to him, and many had taken it forward from there. The students tend to find relations of this with engineering or science, and they turns out that they carry out research in that domain, like vibrations and sound, not related.
So, you never know what will come.
Yes.
Because I think even when you had that puppet workshop, it must have been a puppet, that terracotta that we had, just with that Kaliman.
Yes.
I mean, you wouldn't think you can be so peaceful for 3 hours sitting and using your hands like that. So, no, and any painting that we do, I think we have not done painting till now, but it engrosses you for 3 hours, and you have had an experience. That is for sure.
One of the best memories throughout my journey with SPICMACAY is seeing those government school children, their faces like being so grateful after a workshop session.
Okay.
Because sometimes as college students we don't realize how valuable,
Correct. How privileged we are, and
exactly, we
correct.
don't realize how we take even simple things for granted. So when you see such children being so grateful to you, so happy after workshop session.
No, that's very meaningful.
They express it after the events when we see them in the roads, when we are going by Kandigai and things like that. We do see them sometimes and they express that.
Oh, they come up and talk
yes,
to you?
Yes,
Yes.
There have been
very
instances
nice.
in the bus and so on and so forth.
Okay.
We've had lovely memories
With that.
It's been so satisfying. That's what I can say. So I think with that we can conclude today's
Thank
so,
you.
yeah, thank you for inviting me, and wish you music should be part of your life. Never give up on that. And once you have aligned with SPICMACAY, the spirit of SPICMACAY, you are never out of it.
Yeah.
You are part of SPICMACAY forever. You may be actively volunteering or actively organizing or something, or you may not be, but that is not the point. The thing is that will grow inside you, and there will be some opportunity for you to express that and be part of the movement in a more meaningful and bigger way. So thank you for inviting me to be in this interview, and wish you good luck with whatever you do in your life.
Thank you very much for pushing us into this path of culture and holding our hands throughout the 4 years of BTech.
Oh, welcome.
And
It
thank
is
you
my
for being
pleasure.
the first guest of our sessions on Anubhava.
Oh,
This is
thank you.
something
Namaskaram.
from our part.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, that's a nice Indic Sense cup.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.